Hello everyone, my name is Jeff Holiday, and yesterday, well, I did a thing.
You know what defines the truth? The truth of the matter is that I'm here and I'm helping raise some charity with Joy. You're being a little bitch over here and trying to play victim status to make money for your fucking girlfriend. That's gotta go to buying more smeary little fucking lipstick on your face. You effeminate fucking dick. Kiss my ass, dude.
Whoa, hold up. Yup, that's me. Screaming motherfucker at Onision's face on a live YouNow stream. I bet you're wondering how I got to this point. Well, and the answer to that is actually really funny. You see, I happen to be friends with Joy Sparkle, and she's a fellow YouTuber, and she does tend to make a lot of videos about Onision. Why does she make so many videos about Onision? I don't know, probably something to do with Onision constantly putting out really controversial shit, and for some reason sharing every single aspect of his personal life that really nobody has any business knowing. And this tends to really excite people because, well, when you hear that somebody might be potentially doing some really shady shit, and I mean like some dark, demented kind of shit, and you're a public figure, well, the internet tends to pay attention. Now, Onision has been pretty much reviled by everyone. Everyone. And there are a lot of problems with the guy. And honestly, I don't really want to get into it. I never even wanted to make a video about Onision in the first place. I'd already done a live stream with Blair White, Andy Worski, and Mr. Epsilon before, and that was a lot of fun. That was probably pretty much going to be it for me. However, Joy really wanted me to be a moderator in a debate that she was going to have with Onision, and she originally asked me months ago when he was supposed to have a conversation with her and Jaclyn Glenn. Well, because of a lot of bullshit that Onision pulled, he ended up just talking to Jaclyn and not Joy, and thus I wasn't there. But 2 days ago, Joy was like, hey, the debate is actually on. Onision says, either debate me or I'm going to sue you. So the debate's on. Okay. And I'm going to be the moderator. Okay. Now, don't get me wrong. The whole thing about internet debates, especially YouTube debates, they're not real debates. Not really. It's conversations between two people who really disagree or really don't like each other. And when you moderate these types of things, usually there isn't really like questions. Sometimes there's topic lists. Maybe. And they don't time anything. But as a moderator, all you're supposed to do is make sure that they don't talk over each other, and each person gets about the same amount of time to express their points of view. That's really the best you could do. So I agreed, and we started setting the whole thing up. Now, this is where it gets a little complicated. Onision demanded the debate. And so Joy Sparkle started setting it up, and she did it on her YouTube channel with the full intention of donating all the money that she would get from the super chat to charity. Onision, on the other hand, was absolutely refusing to do so because he wanted to do it on his spouse's YouNow stream so she would be able to keep all the money, which is weird, really weird. And he had a really weird justification for it too. He was saying, well, people call my spouse a victim, so this way you can help out a victim? What are you even fucking talking about? What the fuck? Anyway, he refused to come over to the YouTube stream, instead was just sitting there listening to heavy metal on YouNow and acting like a pompous ass with this really interesting getup. Like, seriously, Greg, what the fuck is this? You look like a crackhead Raggedy Andy. What the fuck are you doing? Why do you have lipstick on your cheeks like war paint? What is this? Anyway, me and Joy were just hanging out trying to wait for him to show up, and he wasn't doing it, so I hopped onto YouNow, and I jumped into the guest list. And then this happened.
Who's Jeff? I don't know who Jeff is. Jeff Holland. Okay, I'll make him a guess. This should be chaotic. Hey, what's up?
Is it working? There we go. Hey, how's it going, man? I'm Jeff. Nice to meet you.
I like your
I'm the guy that Joy asked to hop in and just kind of be the moderator, try and keep you both from, like talking over each other, that sort of thing, flow of conversation. I understand you have some concerns about the format of how the discussion is supposed to go.
Hey, can you stop one sec?
Sure.
I like your hat.
Thank you.
So as you can see, it started out pretty decently. We were just having a casual conversation. Rather than address whether or not which platform we were going to use, we wanted to talk about things like Game of Thrones.
Who's going to become the next king of Game of Thrones?
That's actually a really good question. I have no idea.
It has to be Jon Snow.
You think it's going to be Jon Snow?
Why would they bring Jon Snow back from the dead? only to kill him again.
I don't know, man. I don't know. So, do you want to talk about the concerns that you have over which platform that we use?
But then something interesting happened right about here.
Oh. My spouse just texted me saying you make hate videos about me. Maybe you and I should be the ones talking.
Oh, I do?
Yeah.
Well, I've been very critical of you in the past in live streams and whatnot. I was in one with Blair White at a certain point.
Yeah. Blair White's
buddy of
interesting.
mine.
He doesn't understand what research is.
And at that point, I knew that this was going to start shifting a little bit. So I doubled down, tried to make sure I was as polite as possible. As polite as possible, because my goal was to try and facilitate a talk between him and Joy. I wasn't supposed to be debating Onision, even in the slightest. So I had no interest in it. It wasn't a big deal to me. And so he started getting a little edgy on me, and then all of a sudden, out of the blue, this.
She has vastly more viewers right now than you do.
Great. Again,
Almost 4,000. So,
haven't
I
said
mean,
anything
like,
about this being about viewers.
But
She
the thing
is a fraud because she wants to settle this. She wants to prove what a fraud I am, right? And yet there she is sitting on her hands saying that she's not going to budge like a 10-year-old. When I'm saying, hey, there's a person who's impartial here who is not in the debate, and they're the person who's going to profit, yet she's still sitting on her dumb shit hands because she's an obsessed stalker freak who's panicking because I might actually talk to her face to face and tell her what a fucking piece of shit scumbag she is.
And in this, he's talking about his spouse, who is apparently supposed to be impartial in this debate. And apparently a debate is supposed to be him telling Joy how much of a piece of shit he thinks she is. But keep watching.
Well, I mean, you are kind of telling her now. I mean, she's watching our exchange and live streaming while that's
He's
going on.
afraid to get humiliated.
I mean,
Tell her to get a dumbass over here. Give her what she wants. She was talking about what a coward I was before. Now's her opportunity.
And you can see at this point that I'm getting really frustrated. This is 11 minutes so far I've been talking to this guy, and I've been really nice to him. Really, really nice to him. And I'm starting to lose my patience. Look at his eyes. Look at his eyes right now. And tell me he's not about to fucking pull some bullshit.
Well, why don't you? I don't understand.
Why would I go over?
Let me ask you a question.
You dumb fuck. How many times do I gotta say this to you?
Dumb fuck. Gotcha. Okay. Been nothing but polite to you. I'm trying to figure out a way for you two to communicate with each other. Dumb fuck. Alright.
How many times have I said the same thing to you? Are you fucking stupid?
She
Are
can't
you fucking
reply.
stupid? No, I'm asking you.
reply.
I'm asking you.
Oh, me.
Yes, I'm calling you a dumb fuck because I'm having to say the same thing over and over to you.
Oh man, I'm here to try and make things easier for the both of you.
And that's attempt number one. Number one, for me to try and get him to calm down and not attack me. But
And
What
you
you
want
are
to throw some
is
shit at me.
you're a hater that was picked by another hater to be an impartial party, a moderator, which is a fucking con job. Hey,
all
I'm
I've
too-
done it.
I'm too scared
Okay,
to
all right.
be on alone.
Okay.
I can't really have a moderator on YouTube, I guess. So I'm gonna have this little fucking idiot
more insults.
come over here who's made hate about me in the past or Onision in the past, and that'll be fine. That'll be totally fair.
I've been trying to be nice to you, Greg.
Get
I've been
that
trying to
dumb
be nice to you.
bitch's ass over here.
Twice now. Twice trying to say, let's be chill about this. I'm trying to be nice to you, Onision. I'm trying.
So I can rip her open.
I've been trying to be nice to you, man. But I mean, if you're gonna be fucking,
You're being
abusive to me,
fake,
that's fine.
Rod.
Look,
This
if
is
you wanna
real.
talk-
The
if
way
you
I'm
wanna
talking
talk-
to you is fucking real, and you're being a fake piece of
Yeah.
shit
And this was my breaking point.
who's not showing who the real
I
one
might be a piece of shit. Look, dude, I'm not the person who gets underage fucking
guys-
girls and
you guys-
talks about whether or not they give him a fucking boner. You're a fucking sleazy scumbag.
There you go.
You're this pathetic rosacea-ridden little fucking dickhead who has to
There
put
you
a
go.
bunch of fucking makeup on and shame girls for their fucking bodies and then call yourself a feminist.
And from there, everything got a little fucking crazy. A little crazy. Because you have to understand, at this point, I'm not supposed to be the one that's supposed to be talking to Greg. Greg's supposed to be talking to Joy, rather than DM her or chat her or anything else. He's been sitting obstinate like a petulant child in his YouNow just so he can try and make money for his spouse. And at the time that this is happening, there are twice the viewers on the YouTube stream than there are on the YouNow, and they're donating money to charity, trying to coax Onision to come over and have the debate he demanded so that other people can benefit off of this whole giant shit show that's about to erupt. But he chose to try and rile me up. Now you can see in his face right here, he's happy that he did it. He's happy because he feels like he's exposing me for being fake, as if trying to be a nice, calm, rational person to facilitate people having a conversation, despite the fact that you don't like the person, is fake. I see. What the fuck? And so while I was screaming at him and I was calling him a motherfucker and I was calling him things like,
yeah, I got you to I got you to show who you really are, and you were acting fake as fuck, like above it, and then you lost it. Good job.
No, you know what I just did? You know what I just did? I just got a shit ton more money getting donated to fucking charity. I probably just earned a bunch of fucking subscribers, and I got this fucking monkey off my back that I've been carrying around for a while, not getting a chance to tell you how much of a piece of scum you are.
That was a pretty good one, actually.
Hey, everybody, look at Jeff Holiday. That's the real Jeff Holiday. You're goddamn right it is, motherfucker. Here I fucking am.
Are you gonna stop talking
you.
at that point?
Am I gonna stop at some point? No, Greg. As long as you exist, I will never stop. Neither will Joy, neither will Andy Worski, neither will Blair White, none of us.
One person says something, the other person replies. That's normally how conversations work.
We're not having a conversation,
you want to go through it?
Stupid motherfucker. I'm telling you how much of a piece of shit you are.
He's trying very, very hard to have a debate with me, to have a debate. He's asking me things like, define a pedophile.
It's easy to say someone's a pedophile with no evidence.
With me, motherfucker. I was just here to try and facilitate easy communication.
You know what a pedophile is?
You gotta be pandering to try and make some fucking money for your little fucking girlfriend and all that shit.
It's my spouse, and you should be happy about that if you think I'm such a terrible person that they've been.
You're a terrible person.
Great.
You're a horrible human being.
Great. What is a pedophile?
And this is a very common debate tactic with people who don't really know how to conversate like a human being, is to try and get mired down on like definitions of words rather than address the very real issue of you did rate a 12-year-old's body on your video as to whether or not she would give you a boner. Now, the problem isn't whether or not I know what the definition of pedophilia is. The problem, Greg, is that you were talking about a 12-year-old giving you a boner.
Because you wouldn't talk to me like a human being. You try and throw some shade at me.
What about your huge rant?
Shade machine, motherfucker! Rat-tat-tat!
But what's fascinating about this whole thing is that for 8 minutes, I just ripped into him. And I said all the things that I feel a lot of people wanted to say straight to Onision's face.
Rat-tat-tat!
And I feel very honored that I got a chance to actually do that. I wasn't planning on it. I wasn't really even planning on streaming that very long that day at all. I didn't really plan to be on camera any more than just simply trying to get two people to be able to talk. Like, no, this is planned. This is just out of the fucking blue. But I ranted at him and I yelled at him, and I know in some ways I probably fed him a little bit, because he did want to be able to showcase how insane or crazy his haters are. Okay, that's fine. Understood. But he did get saucy at one point, and it was right at the end because I did this.
Just got to do the same thing over and over again.
Or we're going to have an actual conversation addressing the points that you made earlier on your insane rant. This is the intelligence of my haters. They fall asleep when introduced to facts. And have borderline psychotic laughing.
I'll get a phone call. Do you mind if I take this? I'll just 1 second. Just one.
Okay, cool.
Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Just look at his face, man. That is the man that got dissed. Why did he get dissed? Why did that bother him so much? The thing is, you can yell at Onision all fucking day. He's not going to give a shit. But if you dismiss him as irrelevant, then he gets fucking mad. Then he gets really mad. It's another reason why some people like to bring up him being like a low-rent Shane Dawson, because it bothers him. It really, really bothers him a lot. And it's glorious.
You're a joke, dude. You're a wannabe washed up, I wish I was Shane fucking Dawson throwback to the fucking early 2000s of YouTube.
But the laughs didn't stop there. They really didn't stop there, because after I left, he got some other guests coming in, and two of them were Jaclyn and SocialRepose. And they came in and they were cackling and just kind of poking the bear a little bit to rile him up even more. And that was pretty good as well. And then, because really the YouTube stream wasn't really going anywhere, Joy got on, and then they had their actual debate.
People who are old and aging who don't remember something right, they're mentally ill?
Absolutely.
No.
Yes, absolutely. If I had that issue, I would call myself mentally ill because my mental psyche isn't working. If it's not working, it's probably ill.
But that doesn't mean you'd be right. That doesn't mean you'd be right, Greg. See, you can say something with a lot of assurity and a lot of confidence and come at people like you know what you're talking about, but it doesn't mean that you do. It doesn't mean you're accurate. It doesn't mean that you are factual. These aren't the facts.
And Joy composed herself well, and it was actually really interesting. I have links to all of the various different sections of everything that happened for that entire YouNow stream in the description if you want to watch the whole thing. But our story doesn't stop there. You see, Greg is still very, very salty. Super salty. In fact, he stayed up all fucking night, and he ended up putting out a video this morning, not on any of his shitty little second channels, but on Onision, the main channel. And check out this editing job. This is amazing.
Fuck you, you dinosaur.
How old are you?
How old am I? I'm actually older than you by a year. You barely have any traction on your fucking videos.
How many views do you get on your channel?
Not as many as you, dude.
Every single time you insult me for these things, you insult yourself even more.
Now to just show you exactly how much you can trust Onision, let's put two of them together. The full footage versus something that he edited. First we'll look at his, then I'll show you the real full unedited shit.
Fuck you, you dinosaur.
How old are you?
How old am I? I'm actually older than you by a year. Fuck you, you dinosaur.
How old are you? How old are you?
How old am I? I'm actually older than you by a year.
You just called me a dinosaur and you're older than me?
You are a dinosaur. You're a tired old fucking act. You barely have any traction on your fucking videos. The only way you make a living is by being as fucking redundant and people talking about you because you're a piece of shit.
How many views do you get on your channel?
Not as many as you, dude.
Well, there you
I don't
go.
Judge my worth.
Every single time you insult me for these things, you insult yourself even more.
My worth is based upon my love.
It's like you're a guy with $1 in his pocket insulting someone with 1,000. It makes no sense.
Yes, it does. Because I might have less money than you, but I'm not a fucking twisted up, mentally deranged pedophile.
Man, homeboy, you were a fucking straight up disingenuous liar. Holy shit. Man. Beautiful. Mwah. He's like a living meme, just composed of shit and scum. And being creepy towards young women. Now, before I continue and I say anything more about Greg, let's talk about me. Let's talk about me a little bit. If I had been in a debate with Onision, I probably would have behaved a lot differently. But the truth of the matter is I had no interest in debating him. I had no interest in taking the bait on any of his tactics to try and distract me from the things that I wanted to say. I had an opportunity, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, to directly, in the face of somebody that I find utterly despicable, tell them exactly what I thought. Was it the most intellectually stimulating things that I could say? No, of course not. Of course not. Did I even make a good point? No, I didn't. But I didn't want to. I didn't bother. That wasn't my goal. My goal was to do exactly what I did. And it's not necessarily even that he got under my skin. It was that I just gave up on what I was originally trying to do because I didn't think that it was going to be productive. It wasn't going to work. So he didn't necessarily get under my skin. He just poked me enough and showed me exactly what he was going to do. So I responded and I took over. I didn't let him steer the conversation. Instead, I made the conversation that I wanted it to be. And it was fun. And I don't regret anything about it, except for two things.
Look, dude, I'm not the person who gets underage fucking girls and talks about whether or not they give him a fucking boner. You're a fucking sleazy scumbag.
There you go.
You're this pathetic rosacea-ridden little fucking dickhead.
I have plenty of friends who have rosacea, and I don't really like shaming anybody for their looks. That's more his kind of thing. But I knew it was something that bothered him a lot, so I did say it. But I'm not very proud of it. And then there was this one.
Help you. Now fuck you. Fuck you, fuck your channel, fuck everything about you and your dysfunctional fucking mind. Your weird, creepy fucking threesome relationships.
Now, people want to have a polyamorous relationship. I have no problem with that, as long as it's healthy and everybody's consenting and it's, you know, it's totally fine. But the problem with it is that, you know, take for instance, if I was to have some crazy, wild, threesome sex party or some shit like that, you know what I would not do? I would never ever fucking do in a million years? Talk about it on the fucking internet. Ever. It's one thing to tell a funny story or something interesting and using vague mentions so that nobody knows who it is about something that might have happened in the past. That's fine. Who gives a shit about that? It's not a big issue. But perpetually and constantly talking about the ways in which you're going through these weird interactions with third parties into your relationship, I mean, you can do whatever you want with your own YouTube channel, but people will react to that how they're going to react to it. And a lot of times they're not going to react to it well. And this brings me to one of my biggest problems I have with Onision. You see, a lot of people go to bat for Onision and they're like, well, why do you care so much? Why do you get involved in what's going on with his life? Well, because he puts it out there. Seriously, nobody has a gun to his head and makes him post about these horrible shit. And nobody makes him harass his former partners. I mean, I even had to bring that up when I was yelling at him.
Where you put this weird fucked up abuse, and then you, while you're talking about obsession, you're obsessively talking about your ex, who wants nothing to do with you, or the internet, or YouTube, yet for some fucking reason, you keep making videos about it. It's not okay for Joy, but it's totally fine for King Greg.
But he'll continue to do it, and he'll justify it in any way he possibly wants to. And you can't really stop the guy. All you can do is criticize him. You can call him out for the things that he does and the way he behaves. And that's exactly what people do. That's part of the internet culture. Just is what it is. But if Greg never acted like an asshole on the internet, if he never posted all of this abhorrently personal shit that paints him as an immense garbage individual, nobody could make any videos talking about how much of a piece of shit he is. So that's the problem. All of this is Greg's fault. All of it. And you'll have people like his spouse, their family members, their friends, being like, well, you don't know him. In real life, he's a nice guy. Well, I don't know that dude. I know Onision. I know the guy that tried to bait me and be a shithead to me when I'm trying to do a nice thing and facilitate communication between him and somebody he doesn't like. I was trying to do him a favor and he tries to abuse me. So if that's the only exposure I have to Greg is Onision, then I'm gonna judge Onision. I don't know who the fuck Greg is. Don't know him in real life, never met him. And I don't know if the internet's ever really met him. Maybe what we see is who he really is, maybe it's not. Who's to say? But the only real fault here as to whether or not we see the real Greg is Greg. Because it's his choice what he puts on the internet. It's his choice. You can't control how people will react to the things that you say. All you can do is hope that what you convey, what you control, you put onto the internet will be received well, or it will be shit upon. And sometimes you can't always gauge that. But in some of these, like some of the crazy shit that he's done,
I want to be able to talk. I want people to realize that he's been telling people lies.
Hello? Hi.
Get the camera off of me, I swear to God. He has a camera on me. He has a camera on me right now. Get the camera off of me.
Yeah, you can control that. You really, really can. It's a little fucking nutty. One last little thing before I go, and I think this is probably a very, very pertinent thing that I need to bring up. You see, when I was talking to Greg, I did say this.
Fuck you, you dinosaur.
Greg, I know you don't understand this, but I compared you to a dinosaur because, honestly, your brain is fucking extinct. It is. It's fucking extinct. I mean, let's look at your subscriber count over the past month with all of your channels. Oh, hey, look. There was one day you gained subscribers. Interesting. Now, subscriber numbers aren't everything, but for a person like Greg, who is so desperately tried to be Shane Dawson for years and continually failed and pissed off everybody on the internet who is not somebody who's sucking his dick for fame or an underage girl who thinks he's pretty. Your brand is garbage, and it's failing, and it's falling apart. Your view count is shit. And this has nothing to do with people attacking you or harassing you. It's because you're an intolerable, insufferable cunt. You treat people like garbage. You shame people constantly. You call yourself this progressive person who cares about women, and you constantly berate them for their fucking bodies and judge them. Which is really interesting given how some of the people around you are very socially progressive. They're stern feminists, yet for some reason, they don't seem to have a problem with some of the things that you do, your behavior. That's a little suspicious. You are a dinosaur. You're a dinosaur, and I'm sure you can keep making your videos for a while and maintain your livelihood. Your Patreon is healthy. You're obviously still making money off your ad revenue. But you're a dinosaur because people don't fucking like you. They don't fucking like you. On Twitter, you try and post your why you shouldn't debate Onision video where you grossly misrepresent me because you're a coward motherfucker. And the spread of it is nowhere near me making a meme image. I mean, what the fuck, dude? Come the fuck on. It's amazing. I never wanted to make a video about Onision because honestly, there's other things that I really want to be talking about. And because he is ultimately irrelevant, aside from the people that he abuses, and it just really wasn't something that I felt I really wanted to do. But I have to do it now, and I have to do it because I also have to thank him. Seriously, Greg. Thank you. You would not believe the outpouring of support and affection and love and wonderful people who have reached out to me because somebody finally got a chance, an opportunity to say all the things that they wanted to say to you, and I just happened to be the lucky guy to do it. I'm just an average guy. I'm just some random gutter punk. But I got a chance to do it. Sometimes you're thrust into situations, you make the best out of it. So for everybody out there who showed me that love and that support, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I hope I don't let you down in the future. Gonna still try and be as stand-up of a guy as I possibly can. Hopefully that doesn't require me to be yelling at somebody and saying motherfucker and flipping them off on the camera. I would much rather like to do it in a more calm, even, interesting, comedic way than just simply screaming. But, no, yeah, that was still really goddamn fun. Whoo, boy!
Buying more smeary little fucking lipstick on your face. You effeminate fucking dick. Kiss my ass, dude.
Is that homophobic?
Fuck off.
Are you being homophobic? Huh? You just said
no, dude. No. You know what? I will fuck a pretty man, but I wouldn't fuck you, buddy. Mm-mm.
Huh?
I'd fuck a pretty man, but I wouldn't fuck you.
Anyway, that's going to be it for me today. I need to get this video finished up. I need to get all my packing done, make sure all my prep work is good, because I'm going to VidCon on Friday, and it's going to be fucking amazing. You remember VidCon, don't you, Greg? Yeah, you know, that event that you're not allowed to go to, that you're banned, because parents thought you were creepy. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope all of you out there have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.